Well, a very good morning from Phuket, and today I've come back down to Nai Harn. Now, some of you will have watched my last video, which was actually filmed yesterday. Look at the weather behind me, absolutely glorious again. It's probably actually a little bit better than it was yesterday. Still a bit of a breeze, so apologies if the microphone does pick up a little bit of wind noise. The reason why I've come back is I want to cover the shops and restaurants that are very close to the beach area. As you know, on yesterday's video we covered the beach area and the sort of facilities near to the beach. So what I want to do is what's behind the camera now, and what we're going to do is actually walk up to this road to what I class as the edge of Nai Harn. Now, I have said in the past that further past the junction that we're going to go to is also Nai Harn, and this is open to interpretation, but officially Nai Harn finishes at the junction that we're going to walk down to, and then it goes into Rawai. But unofficially, and the way I talk about it, I always talk about this area and a little bit further back as Nai Harn, because it's very close to Nai Harn. As I mentioned yesterday, nice French restaurant across the road. It's had some very good reviews on Google Maps and places like that. I've never personally visited it. I will try and do it at some stage. They do obviously French food, Thai food, pizzas that I can see. They've got a wine shop there, and as I mentioned, they do have very good reviews. If you're looking to hire a vehicle of some description, i.e. a motorbike, then there are, well, as you're going to see, there's a lot of hire shops around this area, so you're not going to have any problem hiring a vehicle. But as I mentioned on yesterday's video, you need to try and stay legal if you can. I'm not going to say what people should and shouldn't do. That is entirely up to yourselves, but it's best if you can be legal. And what I mean by legal, have the appropriate license for driving or riding a motorbike over here, because the police are having a massive crackdown on it at the moment. And I've read just this morning an article featuring Patong where they've made a lot of fines yesterday, which I mentioned on the video. Funny enough, I said it was going to come and it will affect everybody, not just the guys that are riding like idiots. All it takes is a few people and then it affects everybody. So just try, if you're going to hire a motorbike, to be legal, otherwise it could become expensive. So going back to today's video, we're going to walk up this road. As I say, there's quite a few shops and restaurants, as you will see, massage, etc. So not a bad area to stay. A lot of different types of accommodation available here in Nai Harn. You've got villas, of course. There's an area, actually, I'll just turn around. If you go straight over the junction where we've just walked to the next junction, and instead of going towards Nai Harn Beach, turn right, there is a lot of villa accommodation down that particular road. But here we have condominiums, we have apartments, of course hotels, small guest houses, and I guess rooms to rent as well. So a good mixture of accommodation. If you come in this area and you're not going to have transport, there is enough for you to have something to do. So what do we have first off? Well, that is a massage shop, because I've just walked past it because I've parked my bike down by the junction. So there's massage over there that you can have if you want. There's a few shops along this road to choose from on massage. Another restaurant, and then we have this area here, which is Nai Harn Villas. Again, I don't know how much they are to rent, or if they're for rent, I don't know. There's a health food shop here, so if you're vegetarian or vegan, there's a particular shop in this area that caters for that clientele. And then we've got rooms to rent next door, so if you're just looking for cheaper accommodation, you're going to be able to find some in this area. And it's not a bad area at all to stay in, because you're not far away from lots of shops and facilities, as I mentioned on yesterday's video. But I really came back because so much has changed here since the last time I did any videoing. We've got a place called Be Life as well, or Relife. condominiums, I think, starting at 2 million plus. That's the condominium block there. I don't know whether there's any left. We've got another coffee shop that we're just coming up to now. That's the condominiums there. And then a coffee shop here. Another coffee shop, is it? I think it is coffee shop stroke restaurant, small restaurant. I don't think that's a bar because it's open already. I might be wrong. What's that? Number 4, apartments for rent. Okay, so they've got rooms, apartments, whatever it is, for rent there. So as I mentioned, quite a good choice when it comes to accommodation around here. Some more accommodation, guest house there with a cafe. So exchange booths, so plenty of exchange places. I'm not going to nip across because, as I mentioned on yesterday's video, just lately they've become very unwilling to allow you to film their prices. So I'm going to start posting more regular in my group as regards exchange rates. Small little more traditional Thai restaurant there at somebody's house, and then I'm guessing that's motorbike rental. We're also by a small shop here. I should show this, souvenirs, Thai herbs. So they've got different stuff in there, and they've got some beach stuff, hats and clothing, etc. Snorkeling there, and then as I mentioned the bike rental. So again, if you're looking for that, then there's plenty of places. We've got a stall here doing shakes, fruit shakes, etc. There's another restaurant to the left hand side, again a more traditional Thai restaurant. Somebody I noticed has to comment on my YouTube channel today, or well yesterday while I was out, asking, they've been to Koh Samui previously, they really enjoyed Koh Samui, and they want to know whether Phuket is very similar to Koh Samui. Well, I would say, having been to Koh Samui and obviously living in Phuket, the answer is no, it's not really similar. Phuket is far more commercialised than Samui. There's a few places in Samui that are not very commercialised, but commercialisation is creeping in everywhere, unfortunately, in Thailand. Massage shop there, craft beers, I've not seen that before. And then we've got a large restaurant here that does pizzas, a pizzeria restaurant, etc. They are open. Presume they do breakfast as well. But I would say that Phuket is a lot more commercialised, and there's less places here on the island of Phuket that don't have much commercialisation. Somebody asked me about bicycle hire, and I have seen it here. This shop always has done bicycle hire, so if that's something you're looking for, then there is bicycle hire. But I would give you a word of caution. If you're going to hire a bicycle, be very careful on the roads, because people over here don't give cyclists any provision at all, if that's the right word, any courtesy on the road or nothing, and it can be quite dangerous, even more so on a bicycle than a motorbike. So just be aware of that. I have rode a bicycle here myself. We got a pancake shop over there, a crepe shop, a French version of the roti, some more manicure place and more higher shops, and then a small fruit and vegetable shop, a 7-Eleven there, so you're not too far away from 7-Eleven, a couple of mini marts in this area, not loads, and then some more restaurants further down, and we're not that far away from the junction that I was telling you about. So it's not too far to walk. People wonder how far it is. It's not that far. Massage, room for rent, bakery, is it? Baked, Nai Harn, I don't know what they do. And then we've got well, actually it's a cannabis coffee shop type thing, I think, the baked is. And then across the other side of the road we have massage shops, motorbike rental shops. There's a nice restaurant here as well, which I'm going to cover in the coming months. They've got very good reviews. There's more villas for rent on the left hand side, you can just see there. I don't want to keep spinning the camera backwards and forwards, because I don't want you to be giddy, but it's the only way I can really show you everything in the area, unfortunately. But that's supposed to be a very nice place. Not cheap, but not mega expensive either. So I want to come there. There's also a pizza restaurant here that Nat keeps going on about. One of her customers has been and said it's very good. We get to try it. And you've also got a place called Shakers. They're a restaurant and they do different things on different nights, so that might be a place you want to check out. Another restaurant here, so plenty of places to dine. You're not really got to worry about if you're staying around this area. There's absolutely loads of restaurants. And this is the junction that I was talking about. So officially this is where Nai Harn sort of ends, basically, and then you're going into Rawai. But personally, I consider the shops going up and restaurants still part of Nai Harn, but there's going to be people out there who will disagree with me because I've had it in the past. But that's just my personal opinion, that I still refer to that area, or this area here, as Nai Harn, even though technically it's not. So I hope you've enjoyed that short walk up this road. I know it's not been very long, but this is really an add-on video to yesterday's video to give you a better idea of the area and what you can expect if you're actually staying quite close to Nai Harn Beach. It gives you an idea of how far away the facilities are, which are not too far, and it's a really nice area, family friendly area to stay in. Obviously, if you're looking for a lot of nightlife, I shall cover the nightlife in this area, of course, but it's not going to be the same as Patong. It's not going to be massively lively. There are bars that you could be able to visit. There are some places that you can enjoy the evening, but not the same as Patong. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and don't forget to check out the description because I'll have all my links down there, my Facebook group, etc. And if you like this sort of content, then please consider subscribing to my channel. Anyway, that just leaves me to say thanks for watching, and until next time, you take care, and I'll catch you on the next one.